live broadcast here, and of course, we are slightly later than scheduled here. I'm hoping that a guest will come below here. That's why I've lent the camera out this way around. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. I've got no idea of how it's going to work. But of course, I hope that, of course, the guests can join just like that on the camera here. And if that guest can come on at any time, then of course it will come on the camera. But of course, as always, we can always preview it before it actually goes live. But I'm suddenly going live now. And of course, I bring to you an exclusive recording here because you'll be watching this on highlights. It's actually as a live, so this is uninterrupted here from a live hotel room. It's room number 104, and I would like to say a huge welcome to this program this evening here. And of course, if anybody does comment on the channel, feel free to do so. And of course, I'll try and say hello to you as well at the same time. So, I'm taking your questions here. If you have any questions about what we do for Touring with Us, feel free to get in touch with us. We are all ears here. I will be staying until about, of course, maybe at the latter part of 10 o'clock. Just a small little live tonight because obviously I've got to get up early in the morning. Early in the morning, that sort of postman pat feeling, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm actually going to check if I'm going out live here. But anyone with the link should actually be able to join the live stream down below. It is a new feature for the YouTube channel. And of course, it's a together live kind of basis thing. I'm going to show you the room here. I will expect to show you a bit more in depth about the room here. But I'm hoping that, of course, we can get a guest on. If we can't, of course, I'm just going to have to go on and continue like this. I may have to continue on another stream. But obviously, the signal might be a bit bad from where the person is at the moment, so it might not work. I don't know. It depends on the signal on certain locations. But firstly, I'd like to thank every subscriber that has recently subscribed to us. 536 so far. It could go up and down since I speak, but of course it could go either direction since I tell you that figure. Okay, and of course, yes, I'm actually looking at the stream now, and of course, yes, I can see that. I'm on small screen at the moment, so yeah. Hopefully, if there's a guest that comes on, they will come on and say hello to us. And of course, I even have got a love heart here, which you can actually do right this minute here. We've got 2 people watching now, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, I'm going to share this stream here wherever you're watching right now. And I thank you so much for joining us here. And I thank all of those subscribers that have been here for a long time. Some haven't actually come back to us, but of course we do appreciate that. If you do want to be a guest, by the way, I can try and send you the link here, and perhaps you can try the link and be a guest in the chat tonight and actually appear on the screen as well. But yeah, I'm actually doing this live for the first time here. So, of course, it is the date of, just in case you're watching on highlights, Sunday, the 30th of April, 2023. It is 39 minutes past 9. I was previously going to start at 9:30, but of course, I had to do other bits and pieces to get ready. And I'll be here until about 10 o'clock or just after. If you want to come and say hello in the chat, feel free to do so. We'll take your questions as well a little bit later on. And, of course, for the first time ever, to have a little bit of a tour around this room here, that, of course, I'll tell you on the video, because of course I've got to edit some videos together, and I'll tell you the official price of this night's stay. So if you've never stayed in a Premium before, of course, yeah, it is called Premier Inn, and of course it was actually um, a building that, of course, is on the same place as what used to be a travel lodge about 2 years ago. So, of course, I find that very fascinating that it had been changed over to a Premier Inn. So I'm going to show you the view in just a moment, but I'm going to have a little bit of a tour around before I sort of make the bed a mess like I do sometimes. But anyway, I tried to be as tidy as possible, I have to say, on that note. But I want to thank, of course, if you are watching right now, the moderators that do come in for touring with us. And, of course, for anyone that is interested to know about moderating, of course, what they do is check for spam and i.e. for blocking out any swearing, that kind of thing. So, yeah, they come on from time to time, and they will appear from time to time as well. One of them is called Sweet Corn. You've got Kim Smith. You've got, of course, Nikki and Scott, who actually come in from time to time. And I think that's about it, apart from us. Obviously, I'm a moderator myself, and of course, Giuliani, I think it's called, from the NIR show, who actually is a great, great tool for actually moderating, making sure everything's running smoothly. Now, first of all, this is the key that you get in here. I'll explain this more on the video, but it's basically a key, a simple one, and it's not a kind of ordinary key that you use for your front door. All I can say, it's definitely not one of these keys that you use for your car either. And you'll swipe this, of course, when you first enter the room. Okay, so of course, I will show you a live view here right now. I've got to show you in this sort of mode here. I do apologize about the lighting here in here, which isn't that great, I have to admit. So first of all, you've got your TV here, something that I'll probably won't have time to show you on the video. So you're getting exclusive access here. You turn it on like this, and of course, it welcomes you to your room. Of course, our reception team will be available around the clock, I believe, and it's flashed off so quickly there, I couldn't really see it there. But of course, you've got your usual channels here. I don't know what this program is, but I've never seen it in my life. But of course, on this guide button here, just in case you don't know how to work a TV, I will turn this down here. Oh, I don't know why it's. Oh, yeah, you've got to point the remote control at a certain sort of level of the TV before it reduces like that. So, of course, this, I believe it's a Samsung, of course, TV. It doesn't actually say the make of it, but of course, I believe it is. And this is the guide, which you expect to see like on a Sky TV platform or Sky Plus box. I don't know what they call it these days, but of course, Freeview channels you'll get on here, not the Sky TV or the other naughty channels either. But of course, you've got the list of them here. On this remote control, very simple. Of course, you've got the up and down buttons here. They should work, but of course, it's not the up and down buttons. I think you've got to point it at a certain direction. You've got to point it at the sensor here. It's got a light sensor here, and that enables you to, of course, navigate through the guide here. But of course, yes, because this camera stand is in the way, which is what I will normally use for a stand and the right kind of thing. It kind of like is in the way of the sensor, if you know what I'm saying. You've got all these channels in here. I wonder how many of them you might recognize here. So, yeah, you've got my favorite channel on there as well, which I'll probably show you. If I go 236, actually, of course, I'll press guide twice there. So if I go 236, oh, no, it will display on here. Okay, so you've got 236, It's not doing it. Oh, yeah, because my sensor here. 2, 3, 6. It's probably. Oh, I've got too many sixes there. 2, 3, 6. Like the former Beast and buses there. And it should. It takes a lot of time to go to the channel, but of course, this is Mark Doolan show here, just for example here, and you can see the scrolling ticker across the screen, and you can see the clock on the screen, which is quite useful on this channel. It tells you the time on the screen that you need to know. You don't need to buy a watch out there. Of course, yeah, it says I will walk 40 miles. A golden retriever walked 40 miles and was missing for 27 days in Northern Ireland. Wow. So there you go. So that is pretty much what we were trying to do on this waiting for guest system. But yeah, I'll show you a bit more of the TV in just a moment. But of course, before I show you the view, because that is what you're going to see in just a moment, of course, you've got your tea facilities here. From this angle here, you've got, of course, your milks here. That's the kind of milk that you'll expect to see. And, of course, you've got your coffees there. One of these here, which is quite a nice little coffee, actually. It's Kenco version, which is quite nice. And, of course, you've got your sweeteners. Oh, I've got that on the floor there. And, of course, yeah, I wonder how many people actually take these home as souvenirs. I believe you can do that, actually. And you got your brown sugar, your white sugar, and the kettle is filled up. Of course, you probably need to fill it up with water to actually give it, you know, some welly, you know. And of course, yes, you would actually have to switch it on by the side there. And you get 2 spoons, by the way. There's one there, and I've just had a cup of tea there. I'm just about to pour my own one there, and you can get yourself orange juices if you bring your own orange juices here. It doesn't give you a complimentary or complimentary, actually, water bottles like some hotels do. But of course, you'd have to upgrade for one of those. And it doesn't give you a fridge either, although the temperature in here right now is quite cool because we had to ask the staff to actually change the temperature for us, because this room is actually a accessible well, it's an accessible toilet and of course a room itself, so it's quite a big room, as you can see. And you see lovely paintings on here, which is quite nice. Nice little double bed here. Plenty of room for me because I'm actually a big size. But of course, yeah, you can actually see a reflection of the actual bed here from that side. You've got a complimentary chair to sit on for those guests that want to come over here. And something I've been told about is this little thing here. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. But I do believe it. And I've been told by Sweet Corn earlier, who was my guest, who came up earlier, and of course that little thing is probably for those people who would seek help if they are getting into difficulty. One of those, you just press one of those if you're into difficulty, for those who are on severe disabilities. And of course, you've got the lights here, and I'm being told not to actually touch that. So I'm not going to touch that. So I'm going to try and sleep that side of the bed. I can't really do a bed test because I'm actually using the camera here. And the lights here are these switches. Oh, I've switched it off here. So yeah, better still actually, so you can see the outside of the outside part of the place. I'll have to turn the TV off there in a moment, but that's how you switch it on. And of course, you've got your desk lamp here. Of course, for some reason, you've got to press this one to get that one on, maybe. These don't seem to work. The bulbs don't work. I tried that and it doesn't work. How unusual is that? So that's a bit of a shame. I dropped one of those things on the floor. Oh dear. Never mind. I'll put that back in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that doesn't seem to work for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, one thing is don't touch it. It looks like actually you're in a hospital of some kind. You know, like you've got some sort of apparatus on you. But yeah, it's not advisable to touch one of these if you are not willing to use it, because you know it's for people that are in severe difficulty. So look at the bed here; it looks fantastic in my opinion. I've got to say that. And of course, you've got a burglar alarm. Well, I say burglar alarm; it's not actually a burglar alarm, but of course, yeah, those burglar alarms are outside of the building. But do excuse me on that one. It's actually a smoke alarm. So yeah, I advise you not to smoke in here anyway. So that's my apparatus that I'd use for my video sort of system. But this desktop light does actually work, because we did actually try it earlier. That's my second phone camera that I might use later on. Oh, it's not seem to be working either. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Do let me know in the comments here, because you know, some reason it does not work. How odd is that? What am I doing wrong? But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments why you think that light is not seeming to be working. But yeah, that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, everything is a little bit of a shame. But I don't know if this side works. I'll have to try this out. I find it quite unusual. Oh, that switches off that, but we haven't got anything on that. Oh, but that one works. How odd. That one works. Yeah, because I just tried that now. Okay. Okay. And you can switch off the main light, which is the ones that are on here, which a lot of people don't sort of recognize that they're there. So, yeah, great stuff here. So, yeah, this is room number 104 of the Bury in Bury St Edmunds here. And of course, I won't tell you the price of it until you actually see the videos, which are coming up on the channel very, very soon. And I'll tell you the price that I paid for in advance. So I'll move the, you know, it's difficult to get a view here, but this is the view here. Of course, it's not very good when you got the lights on here, I have to say and stress. So, yeah, if I turn the lights off, I believe I can turn them off here. I'd have to turn the TV off for a second or two. And it takes a while for the TV, by the way, to come off. So, yeah, it's a very delicate one here. I don't know why it's not switching off twice here. Maybe something's interfering with it. And eventually it does go off. So, yeah, that's my camera stand. And, of course, yes, you'll be able to see it better if I actually move the curtains away, and you'll see the view. And of course, you can't open these windows for the simple reason is because obviously people will end up falling out. Of course, that's Starbucks just over there and just there, you know, and they're open until about 9 o'clock, I was told. So that's quite late for Starbucks actually to be open. So yeah, not far from here is the train station over in that direction, just behind that light there. So you get a car park view here, and you pretty much get a good view of Bury St Edmunds. I'll probably do it a proper um, solo live tomorrow morning, hopefully before I go, so you get a sort of more lighter version of what it's like in the morning. But I'd have to do it really, really early, and you can watch it later for those people who don't get up early in the morning. But yeah, just down here is the reception where my pointing fingers is. It's just down there. Okay, and of course, you can walk down to that path, and that will take you onto the train station in that direction, or you can walk out that way as well, through that way, back out that way. But of course, the shorter way is just down there. So yeah, I'll turn the lights back on now. No, this light does not work. That's one fault that I've found. But you can't grumble really for what you get for what you pay for. Yeah, I'll just left my bag on here, and I'll put that up in a minute. I'll actually lean it up to the side there like that, so I can neat the place up. So yeah, you've got your coat hangers up here as well, which is quite nice. I actually thought it was a fridge there, but you don't get a fridge in this room facility. So yeah, you got a hair dryer down here. Right, okay. Oh, that's quite interesting. That light does switch on just like that. I've never seen a Primarina light that just flashes up like an illusion. How wonderful is that? How amazing is that? You've got your coat hangers just here. What you don't have is something that you can put your sort of rucksacks on, like they do in some sort of hotels in other brands. They put a what do you call a luggage compartment bit. That's what they could do with here, and of course that would make the place a little bit more interesting and easier to put your luggage. You can put it on your seats, but it's probably easier to put them just somewhere neat and tidy. Now, of course, this little thing here, you cannot apparently control. It's, of course, by a popular make of phones there. You can see that for yourself. And, of course, you've got your controls there, which, of course, they control downstairs, apparently, because we asked on reception. And, of course, they told us that, of course, you cannot control it if it's a accessible room. It may be the reason, may not be. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you ever have been in this room before. And apparently, you've got some instructions. So apparently, it does work sometimes, and other times it doesn't. See, you can't even turn the temperature down. It's actually at room temperature 18 apparently, but it's actually quite fresh in here, like a put your hand in a sort of fridge at the moment. So these are the main instructions here, where you'd normally turn it off and on, and your temperature adjust there, which you normally can do. But apparently, they control it downstairs for whatever reason they do it for. So yeah, and I'll quickly show you around here. I possibly will be using this later, and I'll show you a bit more in depth on in the video. And of course, you've got your complimentary kind of, I would say, soap. So it's a soap dispenser kind of thing, and it's not one that you actually get on the sink because they think people nick it and take it home and all that kind of thing. And some hotels they will put it in the price, but not all hotels do that. And you've got your shavers only as well, and you've got your towels all on this rack. And of course, you've got a low down toilet here. I find that, fascinating that, of course, some hotels will have them here. So it's easier to clean underneath. We've actually got something similar at home like that. I think they are making toilets like that these days. And you've got your toilet roll, which is actually underneath here. But there's nothing to alarm you with that. There's nothing disgusting to see, by the way. It's just only toilet roll. And of course, you've got your shower heads here. This one is not currently working because I did try that earlier. Well, actually, no, it's not working. So, of course, that one apparently doesn't work. Obviously, you'd have to ask at the reception why that might be. And you've got towel just down here, and you've got an apartment for, of course, more sort of incapable disability people. And of course, this is what you call a, I would say, it's a shampoo kind of style thing, a white tea version here, which is quite nice. Can you all see that? There you go. It's beauty hair and body wash. So, of course, it's complimentary, stuck on the wall there, and you've got caution safety procedure there. Please take care when standing or walking on wet surfaces. So it's this one that works. I'm going to stand back a bit because I want to show you what the shower speed is like. I don't want you want to get wet. So, of course, this is what it looks like. It's very warm right now. Wow, that you've got to push it backwards for it to give you a warm sort of feeling there. That's the hottest it will go. Okay, if you push it as far as it will go, basically. So it will go something as far as there, and then if you want it cold, it obviously slows it down a little bit. But then again, you turn it back like that. So push it this way, then turn it back that way. Simple and as easy as that. So obviously you've got your basin there, and you've got me waving it in the mirror there. How fascinating is that? And you've got your privacy as well, which is quite nice as well. It's really feeling like a horror weekend. But I don't really want to think like that right now because that's a scary thought. But yeah, you've got everything here that a disability person would need if you're extremely vulnerable. But yeah, I've actually put, let me know in the comments if I put my towel right here. The reason why I've actually put that is because I don't want it dripping wet here. I do want to make sure that it doesn't flood right way through to this room because I did this in another hotel in Great Yarmouth near the market gates, and basically tried to put something on the floor. I think it was that one. No, it was one in Huntingdon, I think it was. And of course, I didn't know what to put on the floor at the time. But yeah, that's the drainage bit there. Look at this floor here. You can see it's quite clean, and I quite like it, you know. And this is the operated by Samsung. I didn't know they make these kind of things, but apparently they do. And that's where the heating or the cooling system will come through, and that's where we thought it didn't work. But of course, they can control it downstairs. So I'll be taking your questions in just a moment. If there are any questions that you'd like to give to us, I would be very happy to answer your questions. And of course, unfortunately, oh wait, hang on, this might still work. Oh, it does work. That desk light, which is a desk light, does actually work because what I've got to do is switch this bottom bit here off. So yeah, it's live, and we don't know what to expect when you come into the room. So that is something that I didn't know anything about. So until you actually see it down there, you don't know when to actually put the button on. Maybe there could be a button sort of, on and off switch, telling you, of course, to switch that button on here. That's what you got to do. Press this one here, and it will work. But yeah, that's the desktop light there, and it's quite an interesting light here. So I can use that later on. But unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know why this one is not seem to be switched on, or maybe the bulb's gone out. No, it seems to not work. I find that very fascinating. But the other one does work. So yeah, I think one is out of bulb. Maybe the bulb's run out or something like that. I don't know. But of course, I don't go around complaining about hotels. I just state that there is something wrong, and I don't mean to sort of be horrible about it. I just basically say that, of course, it just needs replacing. Simple and as easy as that. So there we have it. I'm going to have a cup of tea in just a moment, but of course, yeah, I think I deserved it. Don't you think I have? Yeah. So there we have it. That is the room here. Hello to Kate Payne, who has just left me a message there. I can see your comments coming in here thick and fast now. Thank you very much indeed. Live from this exclusive hotel, wherever you're watching, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Really means a lot to us. And there will be an extra video coming out here of perhaps some of the restaurant and, of course, some other bits and pieces that I haven't yet showed you on the live. This is just the room showing of the live here. And, of course, something that you will get with this Premier Inn is one of these. How do you like your eggs? I actually booked the table earlier at 6:30 p.m. and the room number is 104. Breakfast times is 6:30 a.m. till 10:30, Monday to Friday. So I will be in the breakfast area hopefully about 8 o'clock in the morning. And Saturday to Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning. So the breakfast times will vary. So, of course, to the bed of your dreams. Psst, it says, if you like your room to be cleaned, let the reception know by 12 noon. Okay, so they do clean your rooms here. And, of course, that's something different compared to, of course, other hotels such as the Travelodge. We were told in one of the Travelodges in Suffolk that due to COVID reasons, they are not able to clean the rooms. So whether that is just an excuse or not, I don't know. But of course, that is the sort of scenario. That is their decision. And of course, sometimes you've got to stick by it. But of course, let's go through the breakfast menu here. Might as well go through that. The unlimited continental breakfast is $7.99. Unlimited cooked of $9.99. Of course, unlimited drinks like coffee and tea, orange, apple, and cranberry juice. Yeah, cranberry juice, and enjoy bottomless breakfast drinks and fresh fruit. Make a fresh start with deliciously ripe bananas or ripe bananas, clementines or clementines actually it's pronounced, and apples and berries. And you can have yogurts and cereals. Fill your bowl with crunchy cereal from Special K and muesli to Cocoa Pops and cornflakes, or enjoy Greek yogurt with your choice of toppings of granola, fruit, honey, and more. And for the English, as in full English and continental, from freshly cooked bacon, fluffy, that's fluffy, hash browns and sausages, perfect or too perfect pancakes, and build your own breakfast burger and enjoy unlimited cooked favorites. So it's full English and continental there. And breads and pastries, expect soft, buttery croissants, stack of. Oh, sorry about that. That wasn't meant to happen there. So, yeah, as I was talking there, yeah, I do apologise about that. So, yeah, breads and pastries, express soft, buttery croissants, stackable pancakes, and classically great crumpets from our fresh morning bakery spread. And if you are vegetarian or vegan, find everything you need for the perfect plant-based breakfast. That's the plant-based breakfast, and sensational vegan sausages and bacon to pastries, fruit, breads, and spreads. So, of course, breakfast, two-course dinner, and a drink for £18.99 per person. So, of course, two courses from the main menu, a drink, and unlimited breakfast the following morning. So, of course, all of that in total is $18.99. So I did not know that before I actually walked in the door. So maybe I sort of try and get that next time round. So yeah, you get two courses from the main menu, which is a limited menu, by the way, and that would include something like some pasta stuff, some pizza stuff, and all that kind of thing. And of course, you can add a third choice to your dinner for £2 extra. Book your meal deal at the reception. So early start or in a rush, breakfast served daily. Book your table at the reception. We'll get the coffee ready. Wow. So if you're on a hurry, if you are on a business sort of night stay, which some of you may well be, and of course, yes, because you get that choice, business or leisure, before you book at any of these kind of Premier Inns or even Travelodge do it as well. And of course, it's quite useful to know all this, by the way. So, yeah, very good evening to everyone, wherever you're watching this evening. So, yeah, some menu dishes have a supplementary charge, and charges are correct at the time of print. Chargeable extras, upgrades, and supplement dish charges apply as per main menu. Sold dishes will be charged separately. Two courses cannot be ordered from the same section. If that makes any sense. And two courses comprise actually a starter, a main, and dessert. This offer is only applicable to Premier Inn guests. Proof of stay will be required. So there you go. So they may ask you about all this. So yeah, a quiet night in on this section here. Food to your room, of course. Your classic rigatoni. It's rigatoni bolognese to pizzas and mouth-watering curries. With tasty vegan choices and deliciously healthy kids options, we truly have something for everyone. Complement with your choice of tipple from the bar, all made for or made to perfection. Excellent food, great value. And of course, raise a glass. Our bar is the perfect spot for a tipple, from delicious wine and cold, as in ice cold beer, to mocktails and spirit serves. We're ready to serve your favourite. Of course, kids can have mains for £4, tickle their taste buds with burgers, pizza, spag bowl, and of course, veggie pasta. So nutritious and of course delicious. Our kids menu is designed to meet kids' nutritional needs. Include two of their five a day. Offer yummy veggie options. Contain no artificial colours or flavours, and serve no added sugar drinks. So that, my all-weather friends, is just about it for that. And of course, as I say, the breakfast is served in the morning, and of course, yes, it does actually say when it actually is from a certain time. But like I say, yeah, unlimited cook breakfast is £9.99, £7.99 for unlimited continental. So there we have it. Great stuff, isn't it? So I believe the breakfast. Oh, it says it on here, doesn't it? I believe it's, of course, the times of Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and Saturday to Sunday, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, so remember where you had that here. So yeah, what is the time, everyone? Mr. Wolf. I would say it's just after 10 o'clock here. So, yes, we did book the um, session, although we were about 9 minutes late or so. But we got down there and booked our table so that, of course, people didn't actually take our table. But you can choose your own table when you go in there. It's always advisable to book a table in case it gets filled up with people. So 6:30 p.m. we booked it earlier. So how do you like your eggs? Yes, I would say first thing in the morning for me. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. So if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask at any time. It's not quite a Q&A, but of course, you can use it as a Q&A if you want to. So if you have any questions about what you would like us to do, or actually any questions about what you have seen, and have I missed out anything, do let me know in the comments. Even if you're watching on replay, please ask those questions and we'll try and answer you, or one of the team will answer you as soon as possible. That's what it's about here. Of course, we try to keep you entertained, keep our audience going here, and of course, keep you really informed as to what is going on. We came on our live today 9 minutes past 9:30, like we did earlier at 6:30. But of course, we got there in the end, and that's the main thing. And of course, I have been, excuse me, I had a clot in my throat now. I have been overwhelmed, by the way, um, by what I have been seeing so far. Unfortunately, of course, one of the lights of the beds is not working. That's a little bit of a disappointment. But whether I'll give it a rate out of 10 when I do the video is another thing altogether. But I will piece together the videos, and then, of course, I'll be able to give you what the night stay score is. Something's gone down my throat here. But yeah, anyway, that does happen. I do need to drink something. So yeah, don't worry, I'll come back here. I do hate that when you get something, coming down your throat here. Oh, that's a lot better. So yeah, I'll piece together and edit the videos so that you can actually see a bit more in depth of this actual hotel. But I'm actually going to leave it for now. But if you do have any questions in the meantime, feel free to drop them down below and we'll try and answer you. And one of the team will answer you as well. So remember, this is the main key here. You only get one of these, by the way. And of course, you can get them at reception and you can check in on arrival as well, which is also fantastic. I'm looking forward to breakfast in the morning. And I'll probably do another one of these lives of the lighter version in the morning. Hopefully, when I wake up in the morning, that'd be brilliant. So, of course, yes, it'll be just amazing. So, I've been privileged to be able to do this, and I'll tell you the price, as I say, at the end of the video. So, you've got to basically watch the video to find out a little bit more. But if you've watched the video by the time of this live has gone out, then of course you'll know the answer. Okay, so watch the video and find out how much this stay was. I did get this in advance, and I did the easiest point is by making sure you got enough money to pay on the day. I prefer to pay on the day rather than pay instantly online. I'd like to prepare to pay, in case something goes wrong. But some people like to pay early and get it over and done with, so they've got less things to worry about. So yes, it's a good thing. And of course, where are you staying? Of course, good question. We are staying. Well, it's just me as a single night stay, and of course, I obviously will tell you the price on the video. I'm staying at a Premier Inn here, and in Bury St Edmunds. Okay, and if you've never been over here, do check it out. And of course, it is definitely worth coming over here to actually book a night's stay. So I recommend it, in my opinion, to others because the meal earlier that we had was absolutely delicious. And of course, hopefully, you'll see pictures of that when I upload them eventually. So, yeah, I look forward to showing you that for the channel. And, let us know what you think of the live stream today. I hope you've all enjoyed it. And, of course, what else can I say? But of course, find out on the video how much this night stay was. Would you stay here? Yes. I personally, I would think it's very, very economical is the right word. Um, I'm feeling a bit sort of cool here. It's a bit of a shame that I can't actually control the temperatures of the room. It has to be automatically controlled. The reason behind that, as I said earlier in this live today, is because it's an accessible room, basically a disability room. They don't actually say disability room. They just say accessible, meaning, of course, it's a bigger room here. I will be sleeping on that little thing behind me here. I don't know if you can see it in view, but that is what I will be sleeping in tonight. But only one desk lamp is, side lamp is working. The other one is not. So that is a bit of a shame, but that is just how it is, really. It's just a little bit of a pity. But of course, apart from that, there's no fridge here because it's not an upgrade kind of room. Maybe the upgrade rooms do have a fridge in it because obviously you've got to pay more for that. But of course, in some occasions, I don't think they do an upgrade at the moment. A premier standard room is what they've got available at the moment. I imagine you'd have to pay more for that. So, yeah, the actual Premier Inn in Bury St Edmunds in the actual town itself is more expensive than this one here. Maybe one day I'll try that other one down in the town centre of Bury St Edmunds. But what I would say, ladies and gentlemen, it is more expensive than this one. That's all I can say for now. But until then, find out how much I paid for the whole night, including breakfast, which is an unlimited $9.99, and I opted for the breakfast rather than the continental breakfast. There's continental, but unlimited breakfast instead. So I chose for that one because I preferred that myself. I'm not really that fanatic about myself continental breakfast, but in some B&Bs you'll get just continental only. That's in places like Great Yarmouth and things like that. But yeah, talking about Great Yarmouth, hopefully I'll be heading there next May. We don't know if that's going to be the case yet because we've got to book it all up and all that kind of thing. But apart from that, in the meantime, there'll be some other videos coming up. There's one about the fair, which, of course, I'm piecing together. Hopefully, that will come up on the channel soon. There's lots to look forward to. And if you haven't already seen the latest videos, do check them out. I really do appreciate that if you could. And we thank our moderators if they are watching this evening. Massive shout out to them. And whoever is watching right this minute as well. So we're going to wrap that up now. It's time for me to edit some videos together, piece them together. And of course, yeah, thank you very much for that one question that has been risen today by Christian Payne earlier, watching from Watford. So thank you very much indeed. Really appreciate that. Keep hitting those thumbs up. And of course, keep spreading the word about touring with us, which is this little thing here. Apparently, we've got another key ring, which, of course, we need to, of course, put a bigger size of this up on the bigger size of the key ring soon. Apparently, people can't see these, but let us know in the comments if you can actually see these. And, of course, be familiar with who we are. But yeah, anyway, we're going to wrap that up. It's just coming up to, well, it is 15 minutes we've been going for, including the live around this room here. If you missed any of this live tonight, including going around the room here, feel free to rewind and check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Unfortunately, we couldn't get our guest tonight because of the signal wasn't so great. But of course, there was a way that that person can actually come on the chat. You've got to use this link, which of course we send out, and apparently anyone can actually hit that join button. That's how it works. It is a new thing. Together Live, it's called actually, and I don't think many YouTubers out there actually use it very often. But yeah, because I think some YouTubers are actually solo YouTubers out there and don't have anybody else apart from themselves, um, doing the videos. But anyway, of course, my advice, if you do want to start a channel, get out there and do it and have a niche, whatever the niche means. But yeah, I think that means, something that is interesting, basically. And get up and do it. And of course, try and get as many subscribers as you can. And we are growing in numbers, and we appreciate that each time. A lot of people say touring when it's actually touring with us, and I just want to be absolutely clear with that. So, yeah, if you do happen to see me out and about, don't shout out touring, say touring with us, which is what we are. Okay, we're going to wrap that up now. And of course, yeah, I hope that people like my new look. And I think I surprised a few people out there. It's time to drink the rest of my milk here. I've actually got one of these. Who actually brings one of these at a Premier Inn, just in case you run out of milk? But actually, I use it just to pour the cup up in case I just want a glass of milk. So it's quite handy to have. And it's a very, very good shop that I bought this from, next to the train station of Cambridge. If you are familiar with that, there is a good sort of food store where they have milk and there's other things. Quite expensive, but of course it's quite useful. And it's next to the Cambridge train station before you get into the train station itself. But from all of us here, on behalf of the Touring Mouse team, as well as myself, we thank you very much for watching. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up, whoever has done that. And it means a million to us. And we will see you next time. Of course, remember, we are the show that hopefully never ends. And we will see you next time. Be there. You will, won't you? Bye for now. Bye.